What's going on? This is your man Jamel, back at it again with Sales in Action. Today I want to come to you and I want to talk to you about sales managers again. We're going to continue talking about sales management, sales leadership. I'm hoping that through these conversations, man, we drop something of value, help you, help your organization. Today we're going to be talking about how sales managers play a crucial role, man, in driving the success of the sales team. But now check this out. A lot of sales managers are prone to making certain mistakes that can hinder their team's performance and overall sales results. So, what we want to do today is we want to explore 5 common mistakes made by sales managers. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you practical ways to correct these mistakes. It's no reason just to give you the mistakes and not tell you how to fix them. I'm going to tell you what the mistakes are, and I'm going to give you the ways to fix them. It's up to you and your organization to take these practical tips and make changes and see the success that comes from it. Let's jump right into it. Here's the first mistake that's seen by most sales managers in the industry today. The first one is a lack of clear communication. Man, I've seen this in most organizations that I've been in. This is huge. A lack of clear communication when communicating certain things would be so simple, so easy. One of the most common mistakes sales managers make is failing to establish clear and effective communication with their team. Now, what happens is poor communication leads to a couple different things. It leads to misunderstandings, it leads to missed opportunities and decreased motivation, right? Poor communication causes havoc, it causes chaos. And what happens is you see a breakdown on the sales team, which ultimately results in a breakdown of sales. How do we fix this? Well, let me tell you, I'm glad you asked. To correct this mistake, what the sales manager should be doing is, let me give you one idea here, is they need to implement regular team meetings. Now, I don't mean once a week. I mean, you need to meet with your team a couple times a week. Regular team meetings. Conduct regular team meetings. What that does is that allows managers to communicate goals, allows them to communicate expectations, and to address any concerns. This needs to happen more than once a week. I worked for an organization years ago, and this is where I kind of learned this concept because I'd never seen it before. Now, they did it to the extreme where they would have sales meetings daily to communicate certain things to the sales staff. Now, I don't know if you need to do it daily, but I do know it needs to be regular and it does need to be multiple times a week. It also provides an opportunity for team members to share insights and challenges that they're facing, that management may not be aware of. So, this regular team meetings opens up the borders, so to speak, and opens up communication between both sides. Ultimately, the result is going to be an increase in sales because communication has been opened up. Here's the second mistake that I see: inadequate coaching and training. This is another one that is huge. I will never understand sales organizations that don't provide sales training and coaching. You expect employees to go out and get it themselves, and you hire sales managers that have no sales training, no ability to coach, and expect the sales team to increase. It's just not going to happen. So we see this inadequate coaching and training, right? This is another mistake made by sales managers, is neglecting to provide sufficient coaching and training to their team, right? Now, without proper guidance, without sales representatives, without the proper guidance, sales representatives struggle to reach their full potential. Why? Because they don't know what they don't know. And when you hire sales managers, one of the thoughts that should be going through your head is, this sales manager is going to be able to take my sales rep from A to Z. He's going to be able to train them in the psychology of sales. But what we're seeing in the industry now is a lot of sales managers with no sales training themselves. They might have customer service training, but that's different than sales training. And so they're not able to take a sales rep to that next level. How do we rectify this mistake? Well, what sales managers should do is offer ongoing coaching and feedback. This is simple. If your company has the ability to record calls, take those calls, do rollbacks with them, is what I call them, with your sales rep. Break down what they're doing, what they're saying, how they're saying it, tonality. Are they overcoming objections? You find the easy things in sales and you begin to go over these things, or basic things, right? Until you're able to get to the more advanced things in coaching and training, right? Sales managers have to provide regular feedback to help their team members improve their performance. If you're not doing this, your team suffers, the company suffers. Why? Because the sales suffer. Coaching sessions can focus on a couple of different things. Let me help you out, right? They can focus on identifying strengths. Doesn't need to be negative. They can focus on addressing weaknesses. This is helping to build your sales rep up, to make them a professional sales rep. They can focus on setting clear objectives and promote continuous growth. This is what sales managers do. This is your role, to take someone from a C level to a B level to an A level, to help grow and increase their skill set. Here's the last thing I'm going to give you. There's more, but I don't want to give you too much. I want this to sink in. I want you guys to think about it. Here's the last piece: neglecting team motivation and recognition. This one is another huge one that I see. Sales managers thinking it's a bad thing to tell a team, someone on their team, good job, to give them praise, to pat them on the back. This is crazy to me. Sales managers often overlook the importance of motivating their team and recognizing their efforts. This can lead to a decreased morale and a lack of enthusiasm among your sales team. This needs to be rectified quickly. People that are on an emotional high perform better for you. It's the same thing we say in sales. People buy from people they like. When your employees, when your sales reps like you, they perform for you. You want to recognize them. How do we correct this mistake? How do we rectify this? We celebrate achievements. We recognize individuals and team accomplishments. We do this to foster a positive work environment. Always, 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 culture in the environment is extremely important. So you do the things necessary to foster a positive work environment. How can you do this? You can do this through incentives. Salespeople love incentives. You can do this through public acknowledgments. Salespeople love public acknowledgments, or team building activities. I love when you bring the team together and you're able to do things together as a team, whether that's going to the escape room and just having fun together and getting to know each other. All of this fosters a positive work environment and shows your team that you care about them. Listen, sales managers, the sales team lives or dies based off of what you do. So every day when you wake up, before you go into that office, you need to have a plan in place, and you need to be asking yourself, am I ready for this? And the answer needs to be yes, because you prepared for it. And when you get in there, you know exactly what you're going to do. Why? Because again, the sales team lives or dies based off of what the sales manager does. Sales managers, get yourself prepared. And let me say this, then I'm done. If you need some business development coaching, if you need some leadership development, hit me up. I'm your man, Jamel, with Sales in Action. I can help you in this process. I can help you grow and in turn, help your team grow. I'm going to holler at y'all next time.